What if just 1 week could completely reset your life? No, I'm not exaggerating. Not some fluffy self-help theory, not another morning routine list you've heard 1,000 times. I'm talking about 7 raw, real, battle-tested habits that I personally committed to, and they changed everything. I went in skeptical. I didn't expect miracles. But what I experienced over 7 days was nothing short of transformative. My mindset shifted. My energy skyrocketed. And most importantly, I felt in control of my life again. Whether you're feeling stuck, burnt out, overwhelmed, or just ready for a new chapter, this video is for you. So grab a coffee, turn off distractions, and stay with me until the end. These aren't gimmicks, they're practical, honest, and powerful. Let's get into the 7 habits that truly changed my life in 1 week, and can change yours too. Habit 1, waking up early. Let me be brutally honest, I used to hate mornings. My bed was my favorite place on earth, and the snooze button. A loyal friend. But every day started in chaos, rushing, forgetting things, mentally scattered before 9 a.m. So I made one decision, wake up at 5 a.m. every day for a week. The first 2 mornings were hell. I was groggy, cranky, and questioning my life choices. But by day 3, something unexpected happened. I started to love the silence. The stillness. That peaceful window before the world wakes up. I used those early hours to stretch, journal, breathe, and actually be with myself, without a screen or noise. I set my intentions. I ate breakfast slowly. I wasn't rushed. I wasn't reacting. I was creating my day. One morning, I watched the sun rise from my balcony in silence, and in that moment, I felt clarity and gratitude I hadn't felt in years. Try waking up just 30 minutes earlier for 1 week. You'll gain more than just time. You'll reclaim your presence. Habit 2, daily movement. I used to make every excuse to avoid exercise. I'm too tired. I'll do it tomorrow. I don't have time. But something had to change. I committed to 20 minutes of movement every day for a week, no excuses. Some days it was yoga. Others a jog. Sometimes a quick bodyweight circuit. I kept it simple and low pressure, just move. By day 4, my mood was lighter. My energy more stable. My thoughts clearer. The tension in my body melted. It wasn't just about getting fit, it was about feeling alive again. One morning jog, I remember feeling like I was running through fog that had finally lifted. It was just me, my breath, and the rhythm of my feet. Peace. Daily movement doesn't have to be a gym membership or intense routine. It just has to be intentional. Your body is your vehicle. Move it with respect. Habit 3, journaling. I used to think journaling was for overly emotional people with too much time on their hands. I was wrong. 1 week of journaling, just 10 minutes before bed, cracked something open inside me. I finally listened to my own voice. I wrote about my day. My fears. My goals. My frustrations. I began to notice patterns in my thinking, my habits, and my emotional triggers. It became therapy. A mirror. A roadmap to myself. One night, I journaled after a tough day at work, and by writing it all down, I processed the chaos and found calm. That night, I slept better than I had in months. If you're carrying mental clutter, try this, grab a notebook. No structure, no perfection, just let your mind speak. You'll be amazed at what surfaces. Habit 4, mindful eating. I used to eat while scrolling, watching TV, working, rushing. Meals weren't moments, they were afterthoughts. So for 1 week, I made a deal with myself, no distractions during meals. Just me and my food. I lit a candle. Sat at a real table. Took deep breaths. Chewed slowly. It felt strange at first. But soon, something shifted. Food tasted better. I noticed textures. I actually enjoyed eating again, not just inhaled calories out of stress or habit. I also noticed when I was actually full, not when the plate was empty. This simple habit helped me reconnect with hunger, satisfaction, and even emotion. I stopped eating out of boredom or sadness, and started nourishing myself with intention. Try this: eat one meal a day in silence. Just you, your plate, and your awareness. You'll build a powerful relationship with food, and with yourself. Habit 5, limiting screen time. I didn't realize how addicted I was to screens until I tried to not use them. I set a 1-hour daily limit on non-essential screen time. No endless scrolling. No binge watching. No mindless late-night YouTube. Suddenly, I had time. I read books. Took walks. Doodled. Talked to people, actual humans. I even sat at a cafe with just a notebook. It felt foreign at first, then freeing. The biggest win? My sleep. I ditched my phone before bed and swapped it for a book. My anxiety dropped. My rest deepened. Screens aren't evil, but they can steal your life in tiny, invisible ways. Set boundaries. You'll be shocked at how rich life feels without the constant blue glow. Habit 6, practicing gratitude. Every night, I wrote down 3 things I was grateful for. Some were big. Most were small: a smile from a stranger, a warm cup of tea, a quiet walk. This habit rewired my focus from lack to abundance. From stress to presence. One night I wrote about someone helping me carry groceries. Simple moment, but powerful reminder that kindness is everywhere if we notice it. Gratitude doesn't make your problems disappear, it shifts how you face them. Try it tonight: 3 things. Every day. Watch what happens. Habit 7, digital detox hour. 1 hour a day. No phone. No laptop. No TV. Just space. I use that time to breathe. Reflect. Walk. Meditate. Stretch. Stare at the ceiling. The power of daily disconnection. It felt weird at first, like I was missing out. Like I was stepping out of the stream, while the rest of the world kept rushing forward. Everyone else was still glued to their phones, still chasing updates, still lost in the algorithm. And here I was, sitting in silence. Alone. No buzz. No scroll. No digital noise to distract me. And yet, somewhere in that silence, I realized something sobering. I hadn't just been missing out on life. I'd been missing out on myself. We are, all of us, part of a society drowning in noise. We're overstimulated. Overinformed. Pulled in 10 different directions before we even finish our morning coffee. Our minds rarely get the chance to breathe. Our hearts rarely get the space to speak. And our souls, well, we've forgotten we even have one. That's the hidden cost of being constantly connected. We lose connection to the only thing that truly matters, our inner world. I call this habit the sacred hour. 1 hour a day. No screens. No scrolling. No background noise. Just me, myself, and the present moment. At first, I didn't know what to do with that hour. I'd sit down and immediately reach for my phone, out of reflex. I'd feel anxious. Restless. Like I was missing something important. But as the days went on, the shift began. What felt like deprivation turned into abundance. That hour became a sanctuary. A breath in a suffocating world. A place where the mental clutter could fall away, and I could actually hear myself think. I began to use that time for anything that brought me back to presence. Walking in nature. Reading physical books, the kind with texture, smell, weight. Sitting quietly with tea. Journaling freeform thoughts. Watching the sunset. Listening to the wind. Things we call simple, but in reality, they are essential. Because they slow us down. They bring us back to our center. They remind us we're not machines. One evening stands out in my memory. I took a walk through my neighborhood, no phone, just the sound of my footsteps and the cool evening air. I looked up and saw the sky streaked with pink and gold. Kids were laughing in the distance. A man walked his dog and smiled as we passed. The world, in all its ordinary beauty, came into sharp focus. And I felt something I hadn't felt in a long time. Peace. Not the kind you get from a glass of wine or a weekend escape. The real kind. The kind that wells up from within and says, "This is enough. I am enough." We don't realize how much we numb ourselves with noise. The endless stimulation doesn't just kill our focus, it drowns our intuition. It deadens our creativity. It fragments our attention to the point where we forget how to be still. But stillness is where the truth lives. When you disconnect from the digital, you reconnect with the divine. The divine within you. The part that doesn't chase. The part that already knows. This hour became my anchor. When the day felt chaotic, it grounded me. When my mind felt scattered, it gathered me. When anxiety tried to take over, it quieted me. It reminded me that life isn't something to keep up with. It's something to return to. So if you're feeling tired, distracted, chronically overwhelmed, don't underestimate the power of this simple shift. You don't need a retreat in Bali. You don't need a digital detox camp. You just need 30 minutes to start. 1 hour, if you can. Sit. Walk. Write. Listen. Be. No pings. No likes. No dopamine hits. Just presence. Because that presence is power. So there you have it. 7 simple habits. 7 days. A completely different life. Not a different world, not a new job, not a $1 million windfall. Just a better version of myself, unlocked by simple, consistent choices. That's the power most people overlook. We think change has to be big to be real. But the truth is, the most massive inner shifts come from the smallest daily decisions. Let me be real with you, none of these habits are revolutionary. You've probably heard of all of them before. But here's the secret, hearing about something doesn't change your life. Living it does. And that's the trap we fall into, consuming motivation without taking action. Watching the videos, liking the quotes, saving the Instagram posts, while our habits remain unchanged. I used to live there. I thought I was growing because I was learning. But knowledge without integration is noise. Wisdom is what happens when action meets awareness. So, what made this 1 week different? I stopped thinking about change and started living it. No more waiting for Monday. No more needing to feel ready. No more perfect plans. Just set an alarm. Move my body. Write my thoughts. Eat with presence. Turn off my phone. Feel the silence. Be with myself. One habit at a time. One day at a time. And the beautiful thing is this, you don't need to be perfect. You don't need to do all 7 at once. You don't need to crush it every single day. All you need is a decision. A decision to stop living on autopilot. A decision to reclaim your energy. A decision to turn your routines into rituals. A decision to stop existing and start experiencing. So here's what I invite you to do. Pick one habit. Just one. Waking up early. Moving your body. Journaling. Mindful eating. Limiting screen time. Practicing gratitude. Reclaiming an hour of your day. Pick the one that speaks to your current struggle. Commit to it for 7 days. That's it. Not forever. Just 7 days of curiosity. 7 days of commitment. 7 days of choosing growth over comfort. And at the end of those 7 days, reflect. Ask yourself, what shifted in my energy? What did I notice about myself? What do I want to carry forward? Because once you taste the power of alignment, the clarity, the peace, the confidence, you won't want to go back. Your nervous system will remember what it feels like to be grounded. Your mind will crave presence. Your soul will crave integrity. And that's when something beautiful happens. You become your own momentum. You'll want to build on it. Add another habit. Refine your environment. Raise your standards. Expand your vision. Not from force. From flow. You won't need external motivation, because you'll be powered by inner clarity. And isn't that what we all want? To stop chasing life, and start living it. To stop reacting, and start creating. To stop consuming, and start becoming. This isn't about becoming a productivity machine. This isn't about being better than anyone else. This is about becoming fully alive. Because you deserve that. Not in 5 years. Not after you hit your goals. Not when everything's perfect. Now. Right now. In this moment. You already have everything you need to begin. Your breath. Your awareness. Your will. So if this message resonated with you, I want to hear from you. Comment below. Tell me which habit you're starting with. Share your story. Ask your question. Let's build a community of people who aren't just inspired, but transformed. People who choose presence over pressure. Intention over autopilot. Growth over stagnation. And if this video helped you, share it. Pass it forward. Someone you know might be quietly drowning in distraction or self-neglect, and this might be the lifeline they need. So let's grow together. Let's evolve together. Let's remember, transformation doesn't take a lifetime. It just takes a choice. A single yes. A sacred pause. A deeper breath. And a willingness to begin again. Final words, stay grounded. Stay intentional. Stay powerful. Your life is built in the quiet hours. Not in the highlight reels. Not in the breakthroughs. But in the daily rituals no one sees. So protect those hours. Honor those habits. And trust the process. Because the most powerful version of you is already inside you, waiting to be practiced. See you in the next one. Stay grounded. Stay intentional. Stay powerful. And never forget, you're one habit away from a new reality. Let's make it count.